Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So in this video we're gonna be doing the honest truthful YouTuber tag. I was kind of contemplating on whether or not I should do this video. I was like really skeptical about it, and then I asked you guys on Instagram and my Insta fam said yes, you should definitely do it. And also I joined the live where Akriti was in live with another YouTuber. Her name is Akshya, and I was kind of asking them questions, and I was asking whether smaller YouTubers should do this tag. Would it be okay? Would it be appropriate? And they were like, yeah, you should definitely do it. So I decided, okay, let me just do it. So now without wasting much time, let's get started with today's video. Now in this video, I'm going to be answering or expressing my opinions on certain things in this beauty or YouTuber community, and I'm going to share some of my experience, how I keep myself motivated and stuff like that. So if you're interested, then do continue watching this video, and I will not be taking any names of any YouTubers or things like that, because I don't like doing that. I just don't feel that it's right to talk about other YouTubers, like taking their names and stuff. I do not want to take any name of any YouTuber whatsoever. So that's what you can expect from this video. Now let's start with a bunch of questions that people have been covering up in these honest YouTuber video. These are some of the questions that most of the YouTubers have answered and they talk about. So I decided I should pick them up from the videos as well, because I don't have community tab or anything. I haven't even crossed 1K yet, so I do not have the community tab as of now. So I'm going to be picking up questions that most of the YouTubers who make these honest or truthful YouTuber tags, I'm going to be picking up questions that I feel I need to talk about, and then I'm going to just talk about it, express my opinion, share my opinion on it. Okay, now the first question that I would like to answer is overrated YouTubers. Now those YouTubers who do these kind of whitening videos, like how to make your skin white and bright in 10 days, all that, I feel that it's giving a wrong sort of impression, wrong sort of information that dark skin is not beautiful. So that's something I don't like, because there are other people, like there are kids watching your video, there are teenagers watching your video, so you wouldn't want to implant those thoughts into a kid's or a teenager's brain that if you're dark then you're not beautiful. You have to do something about your color to make it look fair and nice. That's something that I do not like at all. And also I do not like it when YouTubers post the same sort of content. They don't like to, when YouTubers don't like to switch out contents and try and make different sorts of videos. That's something that I don't like. So I think those YouTubers are overrated. And I also saw Deepthi Desigan mentioning in her video that she also doesn't like these people who make the same sort of videos, people who are not willing to switch up their content, and I totally agree with her. So those YouTubers are overrated. So let's talk about underrated YouTubers. For underrated YouTubers, I would definitely like to take some names because yeah, I feel that people should know about these YouTubers because they make some amazing content, and I feel that they are not getting enough attention that they deserve. So I would like to just put out names of those YouTubers whom I think are underrated. The first name in the list has to be Deepthi Desigan. Like, oh my god, have you seen a video where they've swatched like 100 nude lipsticks, 50 red lipsticks, 50 amazing dupes in India and stuff like that? I mean, these ideas are totally amazing, and I don't think she is getting enough attention as she should be getting, because she makes like different sort of videos. She doesn't like post the same old boring videos, and yeah, that's what I feel. I feel that she's very creative and she knows her stuff, and people should definitely give her the attention that she deserves. And the second YouTuber has to be Akriti Ranjan. Her old channel name is called the Makeup Biome or something. Yeah, Makeup Biome, and now she's renamed it to Akriti Ranjan. And I really like her skincare videos. She uses the product, she shares her experience with the product, and she gives some nice relevant information, and she talks about the ingredients. and I really enjoy her skincare videos. So if you're a skincare addict like me, or if you want to know more about skincare and stuff, you can definitely follow her. She knows her stuff, she does a lot of research, and I don't think she's getting enough attention that she actually deserves. And the next YouTuber is Sohini Chanda. She also made this truthful YouTuber or honest YouTuber tag, and I really like her content. She has been consistent. She consistently uploads. She does like so many nice videos, so many haul videos, lipstick swatch videos. I really enjoy her videos, and I feel that nobody is talking about her. Like, nobody, I think she deserves way more appreciation. She deserves way more subscribers, followers than she has currently. So that's someone who is underrated. And also I have a friend in this YouTube community. Her name is Nita Das. I'll just leave like the name of her channel on the screen somewhere. She does this amazing eye makeup tutorials. I really like her eye makeup. If you're like a bride to be or something, then you can definitely follow her channel, because she makes these amazing eye looks, bridal looks, and different sort of eye looks basically. And I really like her content, and she is also very consistent with her uploads. I really love it when YouTubers are consistent with their uploads. And I would also say that overrated YouTubers are some people who do not consistently upload. I just don't like that. If you are choosing this platform, then you have to be consistent. You should dedicate yourself. Now apart from this, I would also like to talk about my favorite YouTubers. The first one has got to be Shreya Jain, because I really like her. The first ever YouTube beauty video that I ever saw was of Shreya Jain, and she has been doing this for like so many years now. I've seen her like since her street, what is that, streetwear, is that the brand? Yeah, since her streetwear L18 sort of reviews, Miss Claire reviews, I've seen those. Like from that time I've been following her. She's been extremely consistent, one of the most hardworking people ever in this YouTube community. She's like extremely consistent, and if she takes a video, it's like bang on. If she puts up a video, everything is perfectly lighting, the content that she presents in the video, and she's done like so many research behind what she's gonna talk about and stuff. So I really like her videos. And I like Shweta Vijay for skincare. Of course, I follow her videos. She's so amazing. Her skincare videos are extremely amazing. And same with Joita George. Her videos are also like amazing. I really like the different sort of videos that she puts up. Like she also roasted herself for doing some skincare mistakes in the past, and those are some sort of videos that people like to watch, you know. Those are like some different innovative sort of videos that no other YouTuber puts up. So I also like Shalini Srivastava for her skincare videos, and I like Kaushal, I like Hiram James Welsh for their skincare videos, and I also like Robert Welsh for his makeup videos. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is that sponsored videos. So basically I do not have any experience with sponsored videos, because I'm just a budding YouTuber. I have like around 800 subscribers, that's it. I haven't even crossed 1k yet, so I have not received sponsorship ever. But in a viewer's point of view, as a YouTube watcher myself, I wish to share some of the opinions that I have on sponsored videos. Now people these days, if some YouTuber does a sponsored video, they label them as okay, this YouTuber is lying, she's doing these videos for money and stuff like that. I don't know why that thought is even there, because sponsored videos are good, you know. I mean, there's nothing wrong in doing sponsored videos, because how else can a YouTuber earn? They have their YouTube income and they earn through AdSense, and then they earn through sponsored videos. So you're expecting a YouTuber to do their job, which is making videos and uploading it on YouTube, and not getting paid for it? I don't understand. So my thoughts on sponsored videos is that there's absolutely nothing wrong in making sponsored content, but the only thing is that you should be mentioning that it's a sponsored video and let your audience know through the description box, or you can tell it explicitly in your video or something, or even like a line saying that this video is sponsored by so and so brand would do. So that's something that I as a YouTube watcher, I as an audience like to see among YouTubers. And most of the YouTubers like Shalini Srivastava and people like that, they do mention that it's a sponsored video, and Shalini does it like very nicely, the sponsored videos. It's not too how do I say, not too cringy or anything. She does state the facts very nicely. She does it in a very neat manner, neat, decent manner. So that's something that I really do enjoy. And there's nothing wrong with doing sponsored videos in my opinion. And roasting YouTubers just because they did a sponsored video is something that's not right. Coming to roasting and bashing culture among the YouTube community, this is something that's been trending for quite some time now. Brands are being roasted, they are being bashed for like making just because they came out with a single product that you do not like. Why are you bashing the entire line of products, entire brand? I do not understand why. And I don't like it when other YouTubers take names of other YouTubers and bash them because they did a sponsored video or something like that. I feel that that's something that's not good. That's something that's like unhealthy for this entire community, and we should be trying to uplift others rather than trying to put them down and becoming popular or gaining views out of it. So that's something I do not like. I would never do that in my life. I would not bash a brand. I would not like call out a YouTuber just because they did a sponsored video or something. I would never ever do that. I would like to talk about this video I made. I did give out a negative review on this L'Oreal Crystal Micro Essence because I used it for 2.5 weeks, and I had a very bad experience with the product, and I did not agree to some of the ingredients that were in the product. But if you go and see my video, I did not bash the brand L'Oreal. I did not call out any YouTubers who are promoting this product or anything of those sorts. I expressed my opinions about the product in that video. So I think that's okay. If you have a negative review, or if you don't feel that a product is working for you, you can share it with your audience, definitely. But taking the names of other YouTubers and bashing the entire brand is something that I dislike. So that's my thoughts on bashing and roasting culture that's gaining so much popularity these days. It doesn't deserve that much popularity. I would also like to address another thing is there is so much negativity going on around this skincare community, and I would definitely like to address it. Now there are so many thoughts about so many ingredients. For example, take denatured alcohol. There are so many thoughts about it. I do not like it in a product, but if there are other moisturizing ingredients, and if denatured alcohol is like far below in the ingredient list, then I don't mind it. You might have a different opinion because your skin is different from mine, and it might work for you miraculously. So I feel that just because somebody is promoting a product which has denatured alcohol, or it has fragrance is like the talk of the town these days. Just because just because a product has a fragrance and somebody is promoting it, you do not have to go and call out that YouTuber saying that this YouTuber is promoting this product and it has fragrance. It might not irritate her skin. It might be a problem for you, and you can definitely skip that video if you think that okay, this product has a fragrance, so I might not agree with it. But there are so many other people who do not mind fragrance in a product if the product is actually good. Okay, there is a huge expectation that content creators they are expected to know every single thing that they are talking about. Yes, of course, content creators do research, but the opinion about every single ingredient in this industry, it keeps changing every single day. Denatured alcohol, people said that it's so bad, and I also feel that it can strip your skin of its natural moisture and stuff, but suddenly people are okay with it. I don't know, opinions keep changing in this industry, and I feel that at the end of the day, it's you who should be deciding which product will suit your skin. And because everybody's skin is different, and you should do your own research. You can definitely watch people's reviews and stuff, and then do your own research at the end of the day, and then you can proceed on buying the product, rather than relying completely on a person's review and opinion about a product, because you might not agree with my opinion. Because I'm okay with for example, I'm okay with a fragrance in a product because it offers me other benefits. I feel that it's a good product and it shouldn't be avoided just because it has fragrance. Your opinion might differ. You might feel that this is a deal breaker for me. If it has fragrance, then I'm not using it, because you might have sensitive or acne prone skin that reacts to fragrance, and that's completely fine. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that you need to do your own research, decide which ingredient will or will not suit your skin. So for example, this Pond's moisturizer, right? It's the light moisturizer, the super light, the gel sort of moisturizer that's been compared to the Clinique one. That has boatload of fragrance, I agree. But for my skin, it does work very well because it's lightweight in texture. It agrees with my budget. And then those sort of heavier, thicker creams, they tend to clog my pores, and that's something that's my major skin issue. Wearing heavy sort of creams and stuff, it clogs my pores and I develop milia. So that's my problem. Like, my skin's major problem is that, and I do not want that to happen. So product like this Pond's Super Light Moisturizer Gel works for me. Though it has fragrance, it's never irritated me, but the main thing is that it does not clog my pores, and it's very lightweight, and at the same time moisturizes my skin beautifully. So fragrance in that case is not a deal breaker for me. So if the product works, it's fine. But if I have a fragrance free version in the same pricing and same formula, I would definitely opt for a fragrance free moisturizer. So that's something up to you to decide. So rather than following a YouTuber or a content creator or even a dermatologist completely, you can do your own research, and unfortunately you can find out what works best for you through trials and errors only. So you can do your research, find out which one works the best for you, and then decide to purchase the skincare. Now coming to the last bit, I would like to talk a little bit about myself. If you already did not know, my name is Janani, and YouTube is not my full-time job. It's sort of a hobby, and I don't earn anything out of YouTube because I'm not even monetized yet. So I work from 9 to 6. I work for 9 hours. I'm a coder, and during Saturday and Sunday I kind of make these videos, edit, and because I like it. So that's some information about me. And also I want to tell you how I keep myself motivated. Yes, I'm not getting a lot of views. Yes, I do not have a lot of subscribers. It's been more than 1.5 years, I would say, since I started a YouTube channel, and I'm not at even 1K. But I at the end of the day, I do YouTube, I make videos, I edit them because I feel that it's so much fun. I really enjoy the process, and at the end of the day, that's what matters. I feel as long as I have fun, as long as I feel very happy doing all this, then views and subscribers, it can come when it comes, you know. I don't think I should worry a lot or stress out a lot because of that. And of course there are some days when I feel like so low. I feel that I'm working so hard and yet I'm not getting any views or subscribers that I deserve. So I would also call myself an underrated YouTuber, because I feel that I deserve a way more views and subscribers than I have currently. So and then I think about when I feel low, thinking about all these subs I'm not getting, all the views I'm not getting, because still people 90% of the people watching my videos are not subscribed actually. So at the end of the day, and to pick myself up, I just think about one thing: why did I get into this YouTube platform? I have so much love for makeup, I have so much love for skincare, and I want to share my views, and I want to put up videos. I like this process of making the videos. I like the process of editing and uploading, and even if 5 or 6 people like or comment on my videos, that really makes my day. So that is something that I think about whenever I feel low, to pick myself up. So that's it for today's video, and I'm sorry that there is not a lot of tea in this video. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Please share, comment, and also do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time in another interesting video. Until then, take care. Tata, bye bye.